I am. So there's a business model that I don't really morally agree with, and that's when a company sells something at a loss and keeps getting money from investors to sell that thing at a loss until eventually they're able to figure out the production and or the service and sell it for that price to make a profit. Or what normally happens is people get so used to it, they just pay the increased price. So I saw there's a meal delivery service, and I'm wrestling with that because I was like, well, it's too expensive right now. Right now, with the current way it is, it's too expensive. So I was like, sell it for a loss until we get the manufacturing down. But then there's a lot of businesses that started up, and they're probably selling it for a loss, but they don't have as much money as me, so I could totally destroy them. So I don't want to do that. So what do I do? Well, there's a crisis in England, a food crisis, and there's one here where there are food stamps and stuff like that. So I figure what we could do is, and also Amazon, you're able to buy food stamp stuff on Amazon. You might be able to do that, whatever the UK has too. So what we could do is we could sell it for a loss. I would want you to start the business or buy a business that already exists that has the logistics in place. And we sell and we take money for the poor. It could be a charity too. At first, you could donate money to that, and we use like Amazon's or whatever logistics to be able to send it to them, so they have these meals. And normally with food stamps, it can't be a hot meal. This is a prepared meal. This is just the ingredients with a recipe to make it. So it would be okay, I would think. I pretty much know it would be okay with food stamps. I don't know about your system in England, but we could start between the two of those. And I would want you to, you know, find people that can do that, and I would supply the money for it. So it would be people would get nice health. They could get nice health. Poor people can get nice healthy meals, and we're going to run it for a loss. If you want it to be a charity, it can be, or we could have two. We could have it divided, where the food comes from the same farms that maybe Bill Gates will eventually make things autonomous food too. So if energy is cheap enough with these nuclear reactors. So we'll work on the manufacturing later and the farming to be able to bring down the price, but basically sell it at a loss for food stamp prices, and so that the average food stamp family is able to buy these things and feed their family. They're not going to have to worry about going to a soup kitchen or a food pantry. They, whatever the government gives them for food stamps for a family of four, you can go on to this website and you can get an order and you can pick out all your meals, and that will feed your family of four. And maybe you even have a little bit of extra money to buy candy bars or something for your kids, or buy candy for Halloween or something like that, or Christmas. So if we could do that, that would be great. I think that's a good idea. We're not getting into like the Hello Fresh and trying to undercut them. Eventually we could get into that eventually, once we've learned a lot. But, buy something that's already in existence, I would say. That's what I would say. Buy something. And what I tried to do with Pink Floyd is I tried to give them enough money so they wouldn't feel sore about it. But I know these it's a lot like one of my friends that was in a band, and he's so, it's just hard to explain. It's just like, they want to make out. These kind of guys, they want to be the ones that make out. And if it looks like you're going to be the one that makes out quickly, they're not happy about it. Right. And maybe that's just psychology with everyone, but especially these kind of like rock and roller kind of guys that have never grown up or kind of little boys their whole life. But, no offense, no offense. But, I don't even know why I got into that, talking about that, the rock and rollers, but, we want the people that sell it to us to feel like they got a good deal. Okay. So whatever evaluation for their company is pay them more money. We don't want bad blood and stuff like that, you know. So that I tried to do that with Pink Floyd, but it didn't work out. So, but that's, you know, that those are prima donnas. So these companies probably aren't prima donnas like that. Because if you're one of the most famous rock and rollers in the world, you're used to having your ass kissed 24/7, you know. So anyway, so they'll probably be okay with just getting like 1.5 of their, you know, their investment or whatever, or the people that, or who knows, the people that invested in it might have a long-term plan for it. So you know, you got to negotiate. You got to get a negotiator. You want to make sure that everyone's happy, and we can get some poor people some food, right, Emma? All right, I love you. Bye.